All right, so now that we understand that, let's go to module 2. By the way, when I mention modules, I'm not referring to the modules in the video training guide section of this product, but the main modules or pillars here in the assistant. So again, as you can see, the model, if I refresh, it currently sometimes reverts back to 4.0. So we can just switch back to 5 and it's going to start using that from now on. So let's click number 2. This is what you're going to be using in most cases. Let's build my full ignite and sell sequence. Once you click this, the assistant is going to basically remind you again of the same things. So clarify your offer, step 2 audience beliefs and objections, audience snapshot, tone and voice, stories and proof, confirm sequence structure, and then the rest. So once I have your offer, tone, preference, and story proof example, we can start drafting email number 1. Would you like to confirm your offer details now so we can begin building the sequence? And I'm just going to say yes. Perfect. So here's what I need from you right now. Your offer, audience snapshot, tone and voice, 1 proof story angle. Once you give me these, I'll start with email number 1. So one of the key things in this assistant is that I really wanted to include is to make it as user and beginner friendly as possible. So this might already be overwhelming to a lot of people. It's not for me because again, I'm live and breathe this thing, but for some people it might be. So at the end, it often preemptively gives you options based on which one you're more comfortable with. So in this case, would you like me to prompt you one by one through these 4 questions, or do you want to drop all of the answers at once? And I'm going to show you how I usually talk to GPT. I don't usually type except when it's just a very short, like 1 or 2 word response. Instead, I click dictate, and I'm in just this case, I'm just going to say, yes, please prompt me one by one through these 4 questions. And then I click this OK link. And as you can see, it's going to like transcribe it. And if your microphone is working, like it's going to visually show you that it's recording something. So now I click this one and it's going to send it straight away. So here's question number 1. What product, service, or offer are you promoting? And just as important, what results does it promise your buyers? It also gives you an example here. And if you're still having trouble, you can start asking it for more help. But let's just briefly brainstorm something here. Let's, I don't know, let's use Ignite and Sell for this example. And let's see what it comes up with. Again, I haven't used this for Ignite and Sell, by the way, because again, I live and breathe this stuff, but for most people, it's going to be very, very helpful. So I'm going to click the dictate button, and I'm just going to like casually tell it random stuff. And notice how there's no such thing anymore as like super precise like prompt engineering. You basically talk to it like any other human, but you have to be very specific in the things that you tell it. So let's go. So what I'm offering here is a digital product that has a custom GPT AI-powered assistant component to it. It has a online course component to it. It has a video walkthrough component to it, and a few other bonuses as well that help people get the best results out of this. In terms of what it does, what result it promises buyers, it's a system that can help people quickly and easily create 10 to 12 email long monetization email sequences that they can send to people on their list to generate sales and to sell their courses, their coaching programs, their services, their books, info products, or anything else like that. and then you click the OK button. It's going to transcribe it. There you go. It's much faster than typing, and then you send it. Got it, super clear and strong. Here's how I'd phrase the offer. So one of the built-in things in this assistant is that it's going to, whatever you tell it, it's going to basically reflect it back to you in its own way. Kind of like a general overview. And then you can check this, and if it doesn't sound good, or if it sounds off or something like, you can modify it. So now let's move to question 2. How would you describe the best fit client in one sentence in your own words? Example, they're experienced coaches who already have a small list but are stuck trying to monetize it consistently. So again, you have two options here. Either you can upload something, which I'm going to do in this case, or you can just start narrating it. You can just start giving it feedback regarding your ideal client avatar. And as it's customary in most high performance marketing, you're not trying to shoot for everyone here. You're trying to give AI, just like any other marketing expert, an overview of your ideal client profile, right? There's a reason why we call it ICP, or ideal client avatar, because we're trying to target that ideal person, not everybody, because it's going to give you much better results using this way. So in this case, I'm going to upload again a file. I call it the Ultimate Target Market Snapshot. I created this using another tool. And by the way, send me an email and let me know if you'd like me to also create a tool like this that can help you create your ideal client profile, the demographics, the psychographics, the pains, fears, hopes, and dreams, most common objections, stuff like that. So in my case, it's you have, as you can see, you have some demographic data, you have some other psychographic data as well. You have the problems and desires, the buying behaviors and triggers, objections, an ideal client persona as well, anti-avatars in this case, so people I don't want here, and a few other things. So again, I use someone else's tool to create this, but if you send me an email and if I get enough feedback, maybe I can build a tool of my own that can help you basically achieve the same thing. So I'm going to just upload it here. And again, it's super easy. You just drag and drop files here in PDFs, for example, and that will automatically, allow AI to extract a lot of information out of this. So I'm going to say, use this, enter. And by the way, you can go through this super fast if you want. I just wanted to spend more time, narrating and explaining every single system so that you understand how this works. So yes, they have everything here. Now, if I wanted to double check it, because it just gave you a super brief overview of who this person is, who the ideal client avatar is, and it's going to straight up move to question number 3, but I can also give it, could you give me confirmation that you understand who my ideal client avatar is in terms of pains, fears, hopes, and dreams? Please just give me a general overview of the most important elements. So again, it's up to you what you do with this. And then here, you see, you can prompt it something like this, and it's going to just remind you of the fact that yes, the assistant indeed extracted the most common information out of this document. So in short, your ICA is experienced, value-driven creator who creates simplicity, confidence, and predictable results, but it's weighed down by complexity, perfectionism, and fear of making another costly mistake. So then it's going to ask me, do you want me to now carry this emotional map directly into how we'll engineer belief shifts in your sequence? So we can do that, or we can go to this. I can just say yes. So this way, it's going to use this data that I gave it in order to already start coming up with examples for the emails. So as you can see, for the first like the build resonance, see the problem phase, it already comes up with certain belief shifts. For example, I'm not alone in feeling stuck with my list. And then one of the key objectives we have to do here is to dismantle that shame and validate that even smart, experienced creators can face this. Or, for example, and this is a pretty common problem, I know from experience, my cold or quiet list still has hidden potential. Yes, and turn their fear of, well, my list is dead, there's no use for me to promote anything there, into curiosity about some sort of reactivation. And so it maps out everything all at once. Here, again, these are not the written emails, these are just the strategic plans for creating the sequence itself. So in this case, if we go if we tell it that it's okay, and just, I don't want to spend too much time on this, but it seems like it pretty much understood what this person is struggling with at a much deeper level than just, hey, let's make money, for example. And as you can see, for like email number 5 as well, here's the belief shift. This works for people just like you. Or even if I failed before, this time it will be different. The reason past efforts fail wasn't me, it was the wrong system, right? So this is more of a cookie cutter version in a way. You can go much deeper, but usually these things work pretty well. Just on a quick glance, it seems like it's getting it. It's getting what we're trying to do here. So now let's focus on tone and voice. Again, it's going to prompt you, do you want me to write this sequence in Csabas default voice, conversational, mentor-like, lightly humorous, confident but humble, or do you want me to adopt your own style? If you have some sort of like brand guide document, if you have a bunch of examples of emails that you've written or copy that you've written, and you can upload as much as you want pretty much, but I would say a minimum of 5. It will automatically figure out your voice, your tone, your rhythm, how you write, and it will adapt to it. It's not going to be perfect, but it's going to be much better than using something like that. So in this case, we're just going to use Csabas default voice. Yes, just use Csabas default voice in this case. You see, for example, Csaba, it's a hard thing for for tools to realize that I'm talking about my name, but it understands that, and it's going to say, yes, Csaba's default voice. So now, question 4, stories and proof. Do you have one client win, testimonial, or personal aha moment we can use in this sequence? For example, someone used this framework to enrich their list, or if you don't have one handy or something like that, then it can also suggest story angles based on my playbook. Now, what I would advise you against is using AI to make up proof. That's not okay. Again, eventually people are going to find out, and it's just not ethical, okay? So don't use this to manufacture and fabricate proof that doesn't exist. Sometimes what's going to happen, and you're going to notice this, is that even though you tell it certain things, certain proof things, you upload testimonials, screenshots, stuff like that, it's still going to make up certain things, or it's just going to make up certain numbers or change certain numbers. And you can correct that, but that's a whole different thing compared to just using it to create things that never really existed in the first place. So please do not do that. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do in this case is, again, I'm going to upload something. Yesterday, I sent an email which is it had a lot of proof in it and a lot of screenshots. You may or may not have read this, but I'm going to just drop the PDF of that here. And I'm just going to say, use this. And it's going to extract a lot of proof elements from this. So excellent. I see that your file is hardcore proof from a past launch. So now we have the offer, the audience, the tone and voice, the stories, and proof. Now we're now ready to start drafting your full Ignite and Sell sequence. The first one is email number 1, quick question, soft engagement. And it's also going to remind you that the purpose of this is to start a conversation, lower resistance, get subscribers to raise their hand, and it's going to be short, curious, and it's going to have some sort of soft call to action. Would you like me to go ahead and draft email 1 right now in your sequence?